Aren't they beautiful? Okay, y'all, I had to let it slack off just a little bit before I got the camera out because I don't want the camera to get too wet. But it's Saturday and there's just things that I have to do. I have work that I have to do out here, and it's cold. It's 40 degrees out here and raining, and Caden is here to help. The work still has to be done. So when he texted, I told him, I gave him a choice. If he wanted to come today, it's fine. If he didn't, it was fine. I would just be working on it by myself. But he chose to come and help. And let me get this gate fastened back up. I hear some drumming going on over here. Goldie is drumming. Why can't I get this gate done? So what I did is I put on my cow bibs under my jacket that I used for Helen when she was little to keep from getting the calf slobber all over me. And that kind of keeps me dry a little bit. So let's start in the barn. So we're working in the barn for a little while today. I told him just drive the tractor in there and we would just put stuff in the bucket of the tractor. Let's see what we're doing in here. It's good and dry in here. He is shoveling poop and putting it into the bucket of the tractor, which we will make a big cow poop and horse poop, mule poop compost pile here in the pasture that we can use for the greenhouse in the spring. But he's steadily working. Say hey, Caden. So he's going to clean out all the stalls. The turkeys have made a mess in the stalls, in the feed stall especially. There's just there's turkey poop where they're roosting in here. I need to get them back into their run to roost at night. Dixie lays down to eat. She's a little bit lazy there, Dixie, but oh so sweet. Everybody else has finished eating this morning. They've been fed and everybody's happy. So the plan is that while it's raining, Caden will be scooping poop and cleaning the barn and the stalls out. Now, as soon as that is done, we've got a load of scraps and stuff that we need to take to the dump and get that gone from the farm and clean up that eyesore in an area where we've just been kind of putting it until, you know, old chairs and stuff like that that we just need to get rid of. Scrap metal, you know, stuff like that. We just need to get rid of that stuff and get it to the dump. It's been an eyesore and we're going to clean that up. In the meantime, while he's doing that, and he may swap back and forth. When it quits raining, he may go work on that a bit and then come back to the barn to get cleaned out. But we've got a pretty good day ahead of us today. Then we're going to, hi Gus, good morning. I'm being followed. But then we are going to go and buy a load of shavings for inside the barn. I need to make it all nice and cozy in there for the winter time and for this wet weather. It's very dry in there now. It has dried out tremendously where we've got it enclosed. It's warm in there, but I just need to cozy it up. So they are using the barn like we wanted them to, and they are enjoying that barn, and I'm excited for the animals. But it's just time we get it cleaned up and get everything situated like we need it to be. Now, if there comes a big winter blast, I thought about doing the sliding barn doors here. But if I do that, some animals may not go in to the warm. If it's really, really cold, they may get trapped outside. They wouldn't have access to their water trough. It's just, I've got to work through that. What I've thought about doing is, I used to work for a cold storage facility years ago, and they have these thick rubber doors that you go through that holds the cold in or out, that have slits. And if I could teach the animals to go through those rubber doors to get into the barn, then they could come in and out. Now, I would have to get clear, of course, because any other color would probably be an eyesore. But that's just something that we're going to have to work through. Do we want an eyesore, or do we want the animals to stay warm? So right now I think it's about the animals staying warm. The dogs have a dog house over here next to the fence that they could get in next to the fence, but they like the barn too. So that dog house, it was a goat house for a while. I think it'll. I think it's not used until summertime. I think in the summertime Dixie gets in it for a little bit, but right now Dixie is in here and she really, really likes it. But you can see that some of the animals are migrating right there into the barn already, because it is raining out here. So they're enjoying the dryness of that barn. So let's get our day started and see what happens. But first, let me show you what happened yesterday that was so exciting. Okay, y'all, look at this. Look who's here. Aren't they beautiful? Hey, boys. I don't want to scare them. Yes, they came for a visit. And those peacocks stayed here all day long yesterday. They finally moseyed off right in the early afternoon. And I was so excited because they stayed here and ate, and they got on top of my daughter's house. They went over to my greenhouse and hung around and ate in my backyard. Now, good thing I didn't have the greenhouse open because they would have ate everything in there. But I feel like this. There's not a lot of seeds and stuff left out there for them to eat, and they're hungry. So that means they're coming home to eat. That means they know where home is. And as long as they're still together and there's still two of them and they still come every day, and this is the second time in the week that I've seen them, then I know that they're safe and they know where home is. So that makes me happy. Now, eventually, I do want to get one of them and put it with Laura. So I will keep you guys posted on when that happens, if that happens. So let's get busy, see what we can get into today. All right, guys, it is a couple of days later, and early morning. It is cold out. I'm headed to feed. All the animals seem to have met me at the gate. Hey, Go-Go. Hey, Go-Go. Come on, girl. Come on. Come on over here. Come on. Oh, Helen, you're always the first one in. The guineas are so noisy, but you can see Caden got everything clean. Everything has shavings. Fat girl. My sweet fat girl. Go-Go's waiting. She's hungry this morning. There are shavings all in the barn. Of course, Helen has left presents, so we've got to fix that. Nellie. Shavings in here. We put out fresh hay out there. And everybody's cozy and happy. And he got it all cleaned up in the feed stall. So Goldie is, hey girl. Goldie is an aggressive eater. Can I get out of the stall? Goldie likes to, go ahead, get you some. Come on. Come on, Go-Go. She's rotten. She is just rotten. She's become more and more friendly. But let me get everybody fed. So, yes, it's different out here in the mornings. I miss Otis, and who wouldn't? I am in the process of trying to find a mate for Go-Go. And I come out here and I sit, and it's not the same. The barn we've got looking good. We've got shavings down. We've got hay in places that for animals to bed down on cold nights. The dogs are happy. The animals are happy. The barn looks good and is a whole lot cleaner in there. But it's not the same when I'm feeding, because when I come and sit here at the picnic table waiting for waters to fill, you know, Otis would always come up and we had our morning time together, and we can't have that anymore. But y'all know that everything has a season, and Otis fulfilled his season here on G&G Farms. So we move forward and enjoy what we have. The farm is a blessing, and you know, it's a gift, and we just enjoy what we have and learn to accept the things that we cannot change. Yeti is getting so big. He eats so much. I actually feed him double what the recommended daily food calls for, because he is so active and growing so fast that he just looks skinny. But he's getting tall and lanky, and he's very active. And he's learning from Sophie, because there were some crows that were beside the fence, and Sophie run them away. She thought it was a hawk. And Yeti was there, and he was watching. Now he's guarding. Look at him. All right, so today we are going to go water the greenhouse. Yesterday, I picked some collard greens out of there and cooked them for dinner last night. I cut some broccoli and got that in the freezer. We've still got tomatoes going. The greenhouse has been great. Now, this weekend, it is supposed to go down lower. So we shall see if everything survives. I have no doubt that the cold weather stuff will survive, but will the tomatoes survive in there? So far, so good. I'm just hoping that we start getting a lot of more ripening at one time, so that I can those tomatoes and they don't spoil or get frostbitten when the big cold front comes through this weekend. The vegetables that I've gotten out of there, I've got my freezers full. There's no more room. So I've got to figure something else out. Either I need to get another freezer, or I need to go ahead and open up a produce stand and start selling some collard greens and broccoli and stuff like that. So got to go water that, and then I taught myself how to sew, and I've been working on a quilt for my daughter for Christmas. She's a Harry Potter fan, and I've almost got it done. So I told her, don't look too close at the mistakes that I made. Hopefully the quilt police won't get me. But I'm excited, so I'm going to work on that and finish that up. I just need to bind it today. But I'm going to finish that up, and I've got some, I got to finish putting my Christmas tree up, and I've got some presents to wrap. Other than that, I think I've got a full day ahead of me. Guys, I was about to end this video and go in and edit, but I wanted to show you guys something, because well, it's the next day and it's rather cold here, so I wanted to show you what I have been up to. Let me turn the camera around. Okay, inside this little baggie here, that is kale. I freeze dried some kale. I've got lots of kale in the greenhouse, and as I harvest it, I'm simply freeze drying it. Why am I doing that? Because honestly, I don't eat kale. I know that's strange, but I just don't. I don't like the taste of it. So I love to grow kale. So what I'm doing is I am freeze drying every bit of kale that I get from the greenhouse, and I put it in these little compostable baggies, and I take it to the barn, and Goldie gets it in her food. It's very healthy for emus. So I just wanted to show you that tidbit before I went inside and edited this video, to let you know that yeah, Goldie is pretty happy, and she is standing at the fence waiting on me this morning because she wants her kale. Y'all farm on.